underdogs to favorites, we break it down. Empty Field Podcast, the talk of the town. Empty Field, where we lay it all out. Breaking down games, removing all doubt. Interviews with stars, we're bringing the heat. Sports news and odds talk that can't be beat.
Welcome to another episode of the Empty Field Podcast. My name is Matthew Manson, and today I have a 5-year vet coming out of the Rebellion, a defensive end, Pook Kessler. How are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing, man?
Doing good. First off, tell us about yourself.
My name is Sabrina, but nobody calls me that. My nickname in the football world is Pook. I play defensive end for the San Diego Rebellion. This is my 4th season with them, but my 5th season playing. I'm a mom of 2. I have 2 beautiful little boys. And I just love football. I'm ready. It's game week, baby.
Yes, it is. At the time of recording, it is only looks like four days away.
Yes, sir. We play
So we're
Saturday.
getting closer.
Mm-hmm.
How did football first become part of your life?
I used to be a bit of a troublemaker, and I wanted to get out of trouble. I needed like a hobby of some sort. And I Googled women's football thinking that maybe the community center had some flag or something like that. And I found the WFA, and I had no idea that there was this whole women's tackle football world. I had no clue. So Google actually put me on to women's football, and I played with the WFA for 2 seasons, I think. Yes, 2 seasons. And then I moved over to the WNFC, and now here's my home.
So why the Rebellion?
So I'm in California, and there are a bunch of different teams here, but I had heard a lot about the Rebellion and their structure, and I am a creature of structure. So I went to one OTA of theirs, and I was sold. The coaching, the scripts for practice, the Zoom meetings, all of that is stuff that I need to learn. And if I feel like I'm not learning, you're not the right team for me. But yeah, I've been learning every day I play with them, and I'm still learning. And so yeah, Rebellion's home for me.
Awesome. Well, I was doing my research on you, and you were a co-captain. What does that mean to you?
I'm gonna be honest. The title really doesn't mean anything to me, because I am who I am with or without the title. I'm still gonna help whoever I can help. If you have questions, I'm gonna answer them as best I can, or point you to a coach. I'm still gonna motivate my team. I'm still going to be who I am. Being a co-captain, I mean, it does mean a lot to me, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't, the title doesn't change who I am, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So how do you get the best out of your teammates?
Energy. And also leading by example. So I am a very, if you ever come to a game or see a game, I am very, very hype on the sidelines. And my energy, I think, is contagious. And not only that, but on the field, if I say something, I also do it, and I'll take extra time, to help teammates out if they've got questions. I do Zoom meetings on the side for my D-line if they've got questions. I do workouts with my D-line. So being there, I think, is what gives me the respect from the team. But also my energy. I think that I'm so bought in, and my energy kind of makes them buy in too.
Awesome. So you brought up the culture. That's the structure that you like. How is the culture there at the Rebellion?
Our culture is we're very, very lovey-dovey with each other. Like, we love each other outside of the football field. We spend a lot of time together outside of the football field. There's no like cliques. The O line's over here, the D line's over here, the running backs over here. We're all one big clique. So our culture, we protect it. You might be the best player in football and want to come play for us, and you might get turned down if you don't fit our culture. We are very, very strict about the personalities that come into our team, because it's super important. If you have beefs within your team, it shows on the field. So we work real hard to keep our like-minded personalities together. And again, everyone is bought into the program. So there's nobody who's on the ropes about it. You know what I mean? Everybody is putting in 150% effort, if that's even possible, on that field. And we do it for each other because we love each other.
Stop. Before we continue this episode here, are you staying hydrated? No. Have you tried Hydrify? Man, it's not just flavored water. It's clean hydration with electrolytes that actually work. No sugar crash, no junk ingredients. Pretty simple. Hydrify keeps you sharp and fueled for the day. I use it because, man, it's simple, effective, and it just tastes real good. Hydrate smarter, hydrate better. That's Hydrify. Use promo code MTF to get 10% off your order. Just say, hey, Matt from the Empty Field podcast sent you.
So much.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Yeah,
I was reading up, and you were in the military?
I was. Yes, I was. I
What
was in the
branch?
military right out of high school. I was in the Army. Not right out of high school. I joined in '03. But yeah, I was in and out, did my time and got right on out. But I grew up in a military household. So my dad was a drill sergeant in the Army. So I grew up with that. And that's kind of like why I have that need for structure, that I mentioned earlier. It's kind of why I am the way I am, because even if I didn't go in the military, I grew up in that type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? Having a drill sergeant for a father.
Oh yeah. First off, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Now, what challenges did you have facing that leadership role going into like a male-dominated industry here? Because like you have your military background, you're able to get that structure, but what were kind of the challenges?
In the military? I
You
didn't
could do military and the football.
So in the military, I haven't really had challenges, and I think it's just because I am built that way. I'm already structured that way. I already have the yes ma'am, no ma'am. I'm coachable, I'm teachable. I don't talk back. You know what I mean? Because I was raised that way. In my profession, I work in high voltage construction. I'm a project manager, and I'm one of very few females who do this. And again, I think it's because of that background growing up with, everyone in my family being military and my dad being a literal drill sergeant. It's made things easier for me in that perspective. My mindset is just different.
I have to ask, how is it having a drill sergeant as a father?
It sucked then, but now I appreciate it as an adult, but as a kid, having to have the corners of your bed folded a certain way, or you get your bed flipped over, doing laps around the block in a line, holding a broomstick in front of me and stopping traffic as we run by. Those moments weren't fun. My dad wanted things, the way he wanted them. Those things weren't fun, but it built me into being the woman that I am today, you know? So I'm very appreciative of that experience.
And now I have to ask this newer generation of adults that
Oh,
we have,
no.
these 18-year-olds. Thoughts on it?
They need to go in the military. I think, and some people might dislike me for this, but I think everyone who turns 18 should do at least 2 years in the military, because it teaches you how to be on your own and independent. There's nobody you can call to come save you. You have to figure it out. You learn how to pay your bills. You learn how to do your taxes. You get physically in shape. You learn discipline. That's a main one. And you learn how to respect authority. And those are all things that this generation is lacking.
I think you and I could have an hours-long conversation on that.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about.
Okay. But yeah, it's pretty, I don't want to call it sad, because it's not sad, but it's like, it's kind of disappointing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much more you can do. You have so much more potential, but these kids are lazy and they're entitled and they lack discipline. Yeah.
Yes, I 100% agree. I am a supervisor of where I'm at, so I don't want to say the name, but I go through it. I understand that.
Yeah. And then I'm raising 2 kids, and they're like, none of their friends have to do the things they have to do, and they don't understand why, so I got to deal with that at home, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah. Now, like you said, you have 2 kids. How do you keep that balance of 2 kids? high voltage job site football?
I have a really, really good support system. I couldn't do it without my support system. Um, I have family members, my mom, my kid's dad, my girlfriend, like everybody steps in and everyone does their part when it comes to the kids, and they all believe in me playing football as well. So that helps that they believe in it. You know what I mean? So they're like, yeah, I'll keep the kids while you go to practice. Or if I'm out of town at an away game and I couldn't bring them, yeah, I'll keep the kids, no problem. Just drop them off. If I didn't have that, I probably wouldn't be able to play.
Hey, it's always good to have a good village behind you. What are you most confident in your gameplay?
What am I most confident in? I'm gonna have to say my strength because I'm a little strong. I'm not very fast. I'm 42 years old, still playing this game. I'm not very quick, but I am pretty strong, and I think I shock O linemen sometimes with my strength. I think they'd be like, "Damn," you know. But that is probably what I'm most confident in is my strength and my knowledge. Like I haven't been playing the game super long, but I've been playing it long enough to understand my job now. So yeah, I think those two things are probably what I'm most confident in. As far as
All
me,
right, now,
yeah.
yeah. Now, let's have some self-reflection. What are you
Okay.
actively working on to improve?
I am working on get offs. Well, as a defensive end, you got to have a strong get off. And reacting to what the O lineman gives me. With if it's run pass, if they're trying to, stretch and seal me on the outside. I'm really trying to work on that reaction time, based on their first step. That's been my main focus this off season.
Cool, cool. Now, you brought up your age. How many more years do you have left? And then are you planning on going coaching afterwards?
I don't know how many years I have left. It depends on what my body allows. I'll play until the wheels fall off because I found the game so late in my life. I didn't find football till I was 36 years old. So I've only had a short amount of time playing it, and I've fallen in love with it, absolutely in love with it, and I'm not ready to let it go. So I'll play as long as I can, as long as my body will allow, and then afterwards, yes, more than likely I will try to coach for sure. I love coaching or teaching.
Awesome. Now, what would you tell these younger ones, that 20-year-olds that are coming in, rookie season? What would you tell them?
Listen to your coaches. A lot of times, especially in women's football, these coaches, um, these women have been playing the game. They've played the game for 20 years, and now they're hanging up their cleats. They know what they're talking about. Listen to your coaches. Try to really absorb what they're saying. Go back and listen to it again. Like we have Zoom meetings for our team, and I learned the most by just listening to my coach talk on these Zoom meetings. So yeah, be coachable. Listen to your coaches and put in extra work is what another thing I'd say. You can't just show up to practice and play football. You know what I mean? The days that you're not playing football, you need to be training in the gym. You need to be watching film. You need to be watching Zooms. Like it's more than just on the field, is what I would say to rookies.
Perfect. All right, here comes rapid fire. Are you
Okay.
more of a leader or a motivator?
Leader,
Would you rather go to the football field or the job site?
football field.
More strength or more mindset?
Ooh, mindset.
Okay. Are you about team success or personal achievement?
Team success, baby. Go Rebellion.
Early grind or a late push?
Early grind.
One word that describes your leadership.
Leadership. Open, approachable,
One word that describes you.
relentless.
Perfect. Who would you compare yourself to in the NFL?
I'd like to compare myself to Aaron Donald, but he plays a different position than me. That's my man. That is my man. But I guess I would say, oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with fuck it. I'm gonna go with Aaron Donald. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed
Perfect.
to cuss.
You can cuss. You're fine.
Okay,
Um,
sorry.
if you could go back and talk to 10-year-old you, what would you tell her?
I would tell her focus on what you can control. Don't worry about things you can't control. Trust your instincts. Um, Never forget God. Put God first in everything. And those first 2 boyfriends don't do it.
Any special shout outs you want to give?
I do. I have a sponsor this year for my season. It's a candle company called Anastasia Candles. She's doing a new football line just for this season. So check her out at Anastasia_candles on Instagram. And then I obviously want to shout out my babies, Caleb and Callan. Mommy loves you. The Rebellion team, all of my dogs. Arr, arr, arr. And I'm going to shout you out for doing what you're doing.
Awesome. I appreciate that. Where can everybody find you on social media?
I don't do Twitter and TikTok, so I'm an auntie. I have Instagram. It's Pook, aka Sabrina, on Instagram. That's pretty much all I've got.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate you coming by, talking about us about your football career and your military background, which we probably have to have a show on this generation because it's pretty
Yeah,
rad.
definitely. Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Fans of 1T Media Production, do you guys drink coffee? Sure you do. I, myself, drink quite a bit of coffee, so I always turn to Afuera Coffee for my go-to. It's smooth, it's bold, it's not too heavy. Perfect for that early morning or when you just need to lock in for the day. The best part is, at every purchase, 5% goes back to the great outdoors. Get a bag like this. I get 2 myself. Use promo code MTF and you get 15% off your order. Guys, what's not to love about coffee, free money, and deliciousness? Afuera Coffee.
Yeah, MT Field, where the action's real. Sports news and odds, that's our deal. From underdogs to favorites, we break it down.